What's up, everybody? We are live at the camp, man. Happy Monday, January 7th, 2019. Hope you guys are having a really good day, good weekend coming to an end. And hopefully you guys enjoyed some football. If you're Eagles fans, I know yesterday is one of the most stressful days of your life. If you're a Bears fan, it's another day, another dollar. But you watched some football yesterday?
I did. Had a sweat in the. I wasn't the million maker, but the $20 $250K up top. I was third place in it before the last game started, and then Allen Robinson happened.
Yeah.
Other than that, no one really went out. Allen Robinson just killed. I was just like, maybe if it was just a quiet game, and the score wasn't even that high. Just Allen Robinson just did crazy. So he kind of killed those. It was still a profitable day. Made a few hundred, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah, I didn't play any NFL DFS over the weekend because it was all spread out. But I guess this week is the last 4-game NFL slate that we'll have until next season. So maybe I'll take a peek at it. Should be a little bit more high scoring all the way around this weekend. But as a fan, watching that the final 2 minutes of that Bears game was
that kicker's
insane.
Oh man, that kicker's staying low.
He's getting a bad rap, dude.
You think so?
Hester blocked it, man.
That's true. It did get tipped. I saw that.
Yeah, maybe he shouldn't have, kicked it so low. But Hester, I think the guy's getting such a I feel bad for him.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like the quarterback. Get the touchdown. If you're gonna leave it in the kicker's hands, that's just it's your fault too. Just get the touchdown.
There was so much that went wrong. When the Eagles were in the red zone, the Bears should have called timeout. That would have gave the Bears another 20, 30 seconds to play with to maybe get the ball in the middle of the hash marks. Just so many things.
Imagine if Nick Foles wins another Super Bowl. What do you do if you're the Eagles?
I said this yesterday. If you guys ever wondered what Tim Tebow's career would have looked like, it's pretty much would have been Nick Foles.
I totally agree. I thought he got shafted. I think he's the type of guy you just want on your team. I think Tebow. I think his throwing would have improved. But Nick Foles has been. I don't know if he's given the opportunity. He's played relatively well.
Yeah, but he's not that good though. He's he's played well. He's been maybe lucky or magical, and that was Tim Tebow in the fourth quarter. You can see Tim Tebow being a backup somewhere and then having to play in the playoffs or something, and then going on one of these stupid runs.
I think Nick Foles can throw a football. He's not as bad. Tebow's just throwing mechanics were rough.
Yeah,
Nick Foles can throw a football.
Oh man, what's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing all right. If you're new to the channel, we are live streaming on YouTube. What you see on your screen is rundfs.com. That's the place where we don't just play DFS, we run DFS. We will talk about the premium side of things a little bit later on, but just a heads up, man. If you guys don't have an account at rundfs.com, I would go make one, and I would definitely go get yourself a VIP pass, get into that premium Discord chat, unlock access to all the spreadsheets that we do throughout the season. We got NBA right now, NASCAR around the corner next month. Around the All-Star break, we got baseball coming up in March, bro. Less than 3 months. Actually, it would be about 3 months. It's the end of March.
It's going to be a long year for the Jays, so not looking forward to it.
Pitchers and catchers are in 6 weeks, man. It's getting close. It's getting close. What's up to the live YouTube chat? David Brown, Dustin Bishop, Hector, LeBron Nowitzki. I'm in the golf course listening to you live, man.
Hello.
Bro, golf courses are low-key scary, man.
I would say golf is the hardest sport. I don't care what anyone says. Any other sport, you pick up a basketball, shoot for the first time. After a couple of days, you can get it. Soccer, hockey, football. But golf, that's months of hitting the golf course for you to finally get golf on the hole.
So maybe I'm just I never saw the appeal in golf. I play some putt-putt golf. It's fun, whatever. I never saw the appeal of hitting a ball. It's basically a dude playing fetch with himself, hitting the ball, walking to the ball, hitting it again. I don't know. I guess it's fun. Man. What up, Marvski?
It can be fun, yeah.
One day I'll try it, but I also don't like walking and
they have golf carts. Hey, riding on a golf cart is another fun aspect of it. Just cruising.
Oh man. What up, dang lazy mofo, Mr. Conscience, Marvski? Feel bad for Cody Parkey. Yeah. That sucks, man. What's up, Darren P? If Fortnite had DFS, how much would your salary be? I'd be pretty cheap.
Ooh.
I don't get a lot of kills. I'm sure kills would be a lot of your fantasy points. I do get a lot of wins, though. So that's lit. What up, Sebediah? Swish and Mart. What up, Coach K? DDR, Blake, LMA, Drummond, easy 200 points at least. That's my Stephen A. Smith hot take. Skip. That's my.
You know who's back this week too? Hunter Henry. Stephen A's taken back this week.
I wish I watched not first take, but Undisputed this morning to see how
Skip
he probably went crazy with Shannon
on YouTube. He was championing Dak Prescott.
Man, I keep telling my Cowboy friends, man, and not necessarily you guys. I know the people watching this stream that are Cowboys fans. You guys are real sports fans, but you guys know that in the casual world, there's a lot of Cowboy fans who probably watch a whole 2 games of the season that pretend like they live, breathe, die Cowboys. And
can we talk about it's not like 92 anymore. I don't really think Cowboys fans are like a real big group of people.
Oh anymore. No, they are. Well, as someone who lives in Texas, they are.
Okay, in Texas, I guess.
But anytime they lose, it's fire Jason Garrett, blah blah blah. So I just keep thinking like right now, these people are this is our year, bro. We're gonna do this, and then I'm just thinking next Monday, after they wake up, the Rams crush the Cowboys. We gotta fire Jason Garrett, bro. We gotta. So I'm just saying, you guys. The casual fans that are this is our year. Keep that same energy on Monday.
Okay.
Keep that same energy on Monday.
So Gun's a Yankee fan and a Cowboys fan.
No. Whoa.
Wait, no, you're a Giants fan. I forgot.
Giants, Jesus
Giants
H, don't you ever disrespect me.
True. Makes sense. That makes more sense. But there are people who are like Cowboys fans and Yankee fans. I'm like, you're like the same type of fans, living on the past glory years. With the Yankees, it was like 1922 and Cowboys. I mean, it was the 90s, but might as well be a century ago too.
The playoffs are now 25% weak. NFC East. I mean, NFC East got there, but both of those games were like really close, potentially fluky. The Cowboys maybe don't get there. Janikowski doesn't get injured. And then, the Eagles got just really lucky. And I don't say lucky, but the Eagles had a slugfest thing that popped up. So, it's what it is. Hey, man, it is Monday. On Monday, I do like to take a little bit of time at the top of the broadcast, do some shout-outs to the active subscribers at RunDFS.com. I'll talk more in depth about this before the last game. But essentially, man, if you guys are looking to dip your toes, submerge yourself into a DFS community of really sharp cats that are continuously chatting about the slate all day, adjusting, reacting, readjusting, re-reacting to news that comes out all day long, all day strong. You need to get yourself a VIP pass at RunDFS.com. Get in that Discord, and it's just a great way to support the stream, support the site, and show some love. So here are all the active subscribers at RunDFS.com. It's a mix of week passes, 2 week passes, month, all that good stuff. So real quick, shout out to System. Shout out to Always Be Placing. Shout out to Aaron CL32, B McAfee, Diltum 22, JP43, Keg 4540, Boogeyman, Goowop 17, The Creasy, Sulky Chicken, ECW Hardcore 07, Jamster, JSNY 175, Stu Baby, Bob 734, Brock WTC 21, Coach K 617, Damron 1474. You guys love numbers in your names. DFS Maniac, D West Gucci, Ella's Dad 18, FaZe Anthony, Jags 214, J Nisley, MTG 1990, Original Eric, Prince Jr., Red Fox, Rican 1006, RR 22790, Taco, Who Expected Tone, Young C, Zay Charles, Fish Fan 0073. I think that's it. If I missed you, my bad. But yeah, shout out to you guys for having active subs. If you guys want to hit that shout out list next Monday, just have yourself a week pass ready to go. Definitely appreciate everyone who supports what we're doing here with the VIP pass and is a part of our premium community, man. What up, Izzo? What up, Jerome Aiken? What up, Doug? You. Speaking of Saquon, did you guys see Beasley was about to kill Cat? And yeah, Saquon was laughing like it was like pro wrestling, dude. It was hilarious. Oh man. Anyway, let's talk some NBA. What do you guys say? Before we get started, why don't you guys go ahead, hit that thumbs up, that like button. Also, yesterday I debuted, or today I put up a video this morning, a first look at today's slate. It only got 300 views.
It happens.
I'm a little salty. Only 300. But I think I just had a bad title for it, some SEO mishaps. But the idea is to keep doing those first looks, as a teaser of the slate. Just quick look. You guys get cranked up on the slate, and just get an idea of what's coming up, and then we would do the big breakdown in the afternoon. So if you guys want to keep checking those out, or if you guys want those to continue, make sure you check those out. Support those videos. But if they keep getting 300 views, man, I don't know.
None of that.
I don't know.
Maybe just like picks. I know those picks videos get a ton.
Yeah. I just think the title of it just wasn't what people. It doesn't come up in search bars when you put that title. But
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna pull the plug on one video, but I'll come up with a better title maybe. But yeah, I know a lot of people have been looking for some early content, so there's that. Anyway, let's talk about today's slate for FanDuel and DraftKings getting started tonight. Game numero uno, the San Antonio Spurs at the Detroit Pistons. We got a projected starting five for the Spurs of Derek White, Bryn Forbes, DeMar DeRozan, LaMarcus Aldridge, Jakob Poeltl, Rudy Gay being listed as out. Up against the Detroit Pistons, Reggie Jackson, Bruce Brown, Reggie Bullock, Blake Griffin, and Andre the Giant Drummond. Looking at the total for this game, we are working with a 213.5 total with a 3-point spread in favor of the San Antonio Spurs. I said it earlier this morning. Really, the names that start popping immediately. Blake Griffin at 8,500 on DraftKings, I feel like is too cheap, considering what his floor upside risk reward can be. And Andre Drummond at 8,100 has an absolutely a shot at getting to the 40 plus. The Spurs defense, I think, takes a little bit of a step back without Rudy Gay in the starting lineup, depending on what they do to combat the Pistons front court. Do we see Dante Cunningham at the 4 and Aldridge at the 5? Or do we see Aldridge back at the 4 with a guy like Poeltl starting at the 5? Either way, I think Blake and Drummond at their price points on DraftKings can absolutely get you 40-plus point threshold, and they stand out as decent plays here. DeMar DeRozan at 8,200 on DraftKings. We've seen some upside games from him in the past week or so. 260 bombs, and then there's 239s or less. So really high ceiling with a floor that's way below what you want at 8,200. Essentially, 28 would probably kill you if you got down with some DeRozan. I will say those two less than 40s. I guess the Grizzlies and the Boston Celtics, right? Two really good defenses. So if we maybe read between the lines, and even Denver's been a top 3 defense on the season too. There's a chance that we can get that 40-50 here. Guards against the Pistons, definitely a matchup I'm not too scared of. Maybe we'll go run the Spurs usage rate without Rudy Gay. So we'll just put DeRozan and Aldridge on, and we'll just take Rudy Gay off just to see what we come up with. If anything special. DeRozan's rocking a 31.3% usage rate. So 30% is the magic number. That's 463 minutes. Other guy I would like to mention, I mentioned him on the first look video, Derek White, 5,800 on FanDuel, 5K on DraftKings. Not a household name by any stretch of the imagination, but look what he's getting you, man. 27, 28, 36, 31, 34. A really strong shot at 30 fantasy points. And we'll take that. I mean, he's shooting at a ridiculous efficiency rate right now.
Oh, yeah.
But he's getting there. And that's all I care about is that last column. So those are a couple names that pop out at me, man. Where are you at on this game?
I mean, yeah, so for the Detroit side, usual suspects, Drummond, Blake Griffin, both under 9K, 81, 85. Both are definitely in play. I want to say LaMarcus Aldridge is probably going to guard Blake Griffin, so I think I like Drummond more. It seems to have more of the mismatch for him, but definitely going to have some of both. And I think Reggie Jackson's interesting. It's 4,700. The minutes have not been there. Ishmael has been out. So, I mean, if you give him 30 minutes, against the Spurs backcourt at 4,700. There's definitely room for upside there. So Reggie Jackson, I don't mind, just kind of the value point guard if you want to go there. And the San Antonio side, I mean, you said Derek White's 5K. Am I going to expect him to shoot 8 for 9, 8 for 11, 8 for 9 again? No, but he's giving you, some assists, some rebounds, giving you some peripheral. So 5K, I'll take that. But you really want to play DeMar DeRozan and Aldridge?
If DeRozan gets 60, I do.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets 60, but it's just he has such a low floor. Like, his floor is just terrible.
I mean, he does. And that Aldridge blow-up game last time, I think he started at the 4. I think it was one of those games where Rudy Gay was out. That 55 against Boston. But that also was a game where DeRozan was kind of being quieted a little bit. I'm not that big on Aldridge this year. But DeRozan I can get down with. He's not near a tier 1 for me or nothing like that. But he's doing a little bit of everything, man. He used to be quote-unquote scoring dependent, man. We saw a triple-double out of him. We're seeing rebounds, assists. I listened to interview by Pop, and they were asking him about, what he thought about DeRozan doing so much now, getting peripherals. And he said it's about time.
That's true.
So, I mean, if he wants to get that going, that's great.
22, 6, and 6. I mean, yeah, he's doing well. I just 8-2. I think there'll be other spots we can attack. I mean, maybe a sprinkle, but I think I'd rather play Derek White just because he's going to see Reggie Jackson defense. Reggie Jackson does not play any defense at all. So I'll probably play Derek White over DeRozan. I'm not in love with all that many Spurs. I mean, the Detroit bigs, it makes sense, but with the Spurs, again, I mean, 8-game slate. Do you really want to play the Spurs? They're deep. They're healthy.
I mean, yes and no. Paul Gasol's been back. I don't think he's going to get any significant minutes. But with Rudy Gay out, it does open up me for a shot at one. You can think about Jakob Poeltl or Davis Bertans, 3,600. Right now, I got him at a smooth 29 minutes right now. And you see, against Toronto, 27 minutes, dropped 14-19. But every now and then, there's some upside. 27 against Boston, 26 against Minnesota. Didn't get some minutes here. I don't hate him as a point per minute guy who can generate some fantasy output, put him in your value pool. Not to jump too far ahead, but I've already seen a lot of people looking to attack Boston with some Nets value, and we'll definitely discuss the nuances of that here shortly. But maybe some alternatives, some pivots. Davis Bertans, not a guy I would hate here. Let's go check out the live YouTube chat. See what you guys got before we move on to the next one. YouTube didn't alert me. You had an early video today. Didn't know until they mentioned it in Discord. So the way I did the video all messed up. I think a lot of that is my fault. Basically, I did the one take live stream, but I put the live stream private because I don't know. I just didn't want people to. I don't know. I just had it on private, and then after I finished it, I opened it up to the public. So maybe that hurt the process as well. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow I'll just do it live. But I don't want to stall the video too long, messing with chat. What up, Corey Randall, Derek White, possibly Bertans for some salary savings? I'm with that. Pretty sure DeRozan crushes Detroit consistently. We will certainly look at that. DeMar DeRozan, DKP by game log versus Pistons last 10 games. We've got a 56 and a bunch of 30, so I don't think that's accurate. I want my Kenneth for Reed. I'm with that. When there's no Gay DeRozan, we play. Am I right? Rudy Gay's missed a big chunk of time this year. Dinwiddie should be starting today, right, guys? He did start last time at the 2. They could also start Shabazz Napier, but I would expect Dinwiddie. Who's more expensive on DraftKings, Forbes or Derek White? I like Forbes more. I think Derek White beats him in price on both sides. Forbes, I don't mind Forbes, but I don't like this price. I don't feel like he's ever going to crush. Couple of big games, 33 with 20 real points against Toronto, but not really seeing it for 40 against Minnesota. That's huge. That's probably an anomaly all in the big scheme of things. I'd rather take Derek White, but I wouldn't I'm not going to fight you on it for sure.
What does Rudy Gay being out there in the DeRozan love? We saw it all year where, Rudy Gay was out for quite a few games. DeRozan, his percentage of usage, I guess, bumps, but it's not like his fantasy output was that high. He was still giving you, I'd say, like 30, 40 fantasy points a game. When he had those big games, it was when those point guards were all hurt.
Yeah,
right? It was when like Forbes, Derek White, all those guys were out.
It was, but like I said, he's kind of hit a new leaf on gaining peripherals, and if that's going to be continuing, if he sustains this, I think it'll be a little bit different. So I don't think, like, I'm with you that Rudy Gay doesn't necessarily mean DeRozan, and DeRozan, Rudy Gay doesn't necessarily mean you can or cannot play DeRozan based on his in or out. But it can't hurt. It can't hurt. DeRozan versus Dwayne Casey narrative, yeah, I can get down.
He liked Dwayne Casey.
Yeah, I guess dude, does he? Because I thought Casey got fired for not playing DeRozan in that playoff game.
Casey got fired because of LeBron James. That's all that happened.
He also benched DeRozan in a playoff game.
He did. I mean, DeRozan had it coming. He had it coming.
Yeah, but you have it coming, but also you don't. It's a playoff game. You go with your guys.
I like that. Okay, that narrative maybe DeRozan and Dwayne Casey.
Matter of fact, honestly, I thought they fired the coach for DeRozan, and then they kicked DeRozan out. So who knows? With the value at center, do we look elsewhere like Nurkic? I love AD. Yeah, I mean, for tournaments, always build. Not always, but if you want to start off somewhat contrarian and still be logistical. Just start your lineup the opposite way of the field. The field's going to pay up for the point guards and punt the centers, then pay up for the centers and punt the point guards. That's usually what I do anyway. I like the bigs, and vice versa. Is RSJ still hurt? Yeah, I still got him out. Listed as out. I like Bellinelli. All right, with the value at center, do we look elsewhere? Oh, it's the same thing twice. Okay. Let's move on to the next game. Boston Celtics hosting the Brooklyn Nets. Project starting five for the Nets: D'Angelo Russell, Spencer Dinwiddie, Rodion Carew, Jared Dudley, Jared Allen, up against Kyrie Irving, Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum, Marcus Morris, and Al Horford. Kyrie Irving back, still dealing with that eye inflammation, or he's coming back from that eye inflammation. And then Marcus Morris, who's dealing with a sore neck, is also expected to play today. So the Celtics are back. They're fully healthy. On the Nets side, we'll start with the top. Levert's out. Allen Crabbe also out for an extended period of time. Joe Harris will not play today. Damari Carroll, sore left knee, will not play today. And RHJ, adductor strain, is also out. So that's a whole lot of Brooklyn Nets that are going to be out, and that's a whole lot of potential value, and that's where a lot of people are looking. This game has a total of 219.5, and right now the Celtics are only 10.5 point favorites, and that's a little wishy-washy to me. Basically, it comes down to does D'Angelo Russell and Spencer Dinwiddie get it done? They absolutely can, but after that, we are really feeling the holes here with some question marks. This is a healthy, full-strength Boston Celtics team that competes as one of the better defenses in basketball. So I'm very weary on loading up on these Nets like everyone else seems to do. Now, with that said, I get it. Under 6K Spencer Dinwiddie, it's about time. This guy was 7K, and I just couldn't do it. Certainly can see, this could be a 34-minute game for him that he gets it done. Shabazz Napier, 3,400. I'm much more receptive to the idea of Napier getting it done. Yesterday he dropped 29 DKP.
Hold up. People are playing Shabazz Napier today.
Why not?
Against the Boston Celtics. And last game it was Chicago. He was 6 for 14 against Chicago. He got 29 fantasy points, but it's Shabazz Napier.
Is he not the most points per dollar logical net to play today?
I don't like any.
I mean, but don't act like it's just the net. The Bulls 17 and 23 minutes against the number one defense, Memphis Grizzlies. The man hit one shot and it got you 17.
That's fine. I mean, 21. Okay, yeah, that 51 game Milwaukee. Let me throw that out. I don't know where that came from. But everything else,
you're sleeping on Shabazz.
He's not winning any. He's not winning you a tournament. And
if he gets 25 to 30, absolutely does his job.
These are the Nets. I mean, they have Russell. You're gonna play Dinwiddie, Napier, Joe Harris gonna get minutes.
They have been having Russell and Dinwiddie, and now they don't have Joe Harris, a shooter. They don't have Demar Carroll. Shabazz Napier could play 30 plus minutes today.
Oh man.
But think about it. It's the most logical one. Now, if you took this same energy and applied it to a Dinwiddie or a Russell or one of those guys who are a little bit more expensive, especially
let's understand who these backups are playing against. They're going to be playing against Marcus Smart, Terry Rozier, guys who play defense.
I get it. Minutes equal money. You got to do something. Get some productivity.
I'd honestly, I'd rather pivot to like the Memphis value, their backups, in that New Orleans game, than play these Brooklyn guys against the Celtics. Personally, I get it. I mean, Russell 7-3, the price is up there, but against, I mean, he might get Marcus Smart defense to start off with, so I'll see about that. Dinwiddie 5'8", I understand. We're paying $7K at a point for this guy. Plenty of upside there at 5'8". When it comes to the bigs, you're not playing Jared Dudley. Is that Davis? 3,600.
Carew 3,500.
Carew is 3,500. Do you think he's getting 30 minutes today?
He has to. I mean, he's a starter regardless with Allen Crabbe out, but no Joe Harris. I mean, I'm with you. Like, I don't have this great feeling about the Nets being amazing, unfadable value against the Boston Celtics in the Garden on a back-to-back. I'm with you in that sense.
Yeah.
But dollar for dollar from a salary standpoint, the Nets are not going to go out there and score 0 points.
Just shooting.
They're a couple of cheapies.
Yeah.
Joe Harris, that could be double-digit shots that come off that have to be refilled. I don't know. I'm just seeing, and then Demar Carroll, who was a big part of that second unit lately, 30 minutes of that second unit, 18 plus real points in 4 straight games. Those points, they don't have to be replaced, but at least 50% of those points, even if Boston is at the most elite of defense today, they're going to get some of those points.
Are you going to play Kirkus or Napier first?
Carew and Napier.
Isn't it Kirkus?
It's Carew.
Well, Kuruck. Oh, yeah.
It's Carew. It's Carew.
What about the CS at the end? It's silent?
What? Are you racist all of a sudden?
No, I'm saying.
That's how his people say his name.
Karooks.
It's Carew.
Thelonious Karooks.
Carew.
So you just don't pronounce the C and the S. Okay, no, I just thought that was just you. I don't know. It's like that was actually the guy.
Fan, do you even NBA, bro?
Not with the Nets. I ain't spending no time watching the Nets.
Guinness Antetokounmpo.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I'm very interested today to see where the Nets end up ownership wise. D'Angelo Russell's been giving you a strong shot at 40 plus. I don't have a lot of faith in this Nets front court. So if Ed Davis can come in at 3,600 off the bench, if you can get him some minutes, he's a beast. A lot of people are excited to have a shot at playing Kenneth Faried. I think I would like to know that Kenneth Faried gets enough minutes for me.
Yeah, if someone told me he'd get 20 minutes, I'd play him all day, every day. This guy's an animal every time he hits the court.
He's a manimal.
Animal. There it is. But yeah, I mean, you give this guy minutes, he's producing. It's just the minutes. He can get 5 minutes this game for all we know.
On the Celtics side, Kyrie Irving's 9,200. First game back, could have blurry vision. What are you doing? It's the Nets.
It's the Nets. People are not going to play because of the eye. Kyrie Irving, 9,200. So, I mean, for 9,200, it's got to be a 4-quarter game. He's going to have to take the 4th quarter shots. Everyone's going to play James Harden. Is this the pivot? And you say, and you get another star too?
I mean, I don't have the great, I don't think I'm gonna.
I don't think I can do it. 9,200. It feels like 85, maybe even like 82, but 9,200. It is the Nets, but coming off injury, you have James Harden, Davis, Giannis on the slate. I just can't do it. I can't play Kyrie Irving at 9,200.
I'm with that. Marcus Morris, 5,900. I believe that would be too cheap if he's playing. Get past this sword neck at 25-30 DKP, well within the range of outcomes there. Should be a mismatch against that Nets front court. So I like Marcus Morris. Should it be a full go? This is one of those hard.
The disrespect.
The disrespect, but he's only playing 25 minutes right now.
Is there a reason for that? I mean,
he's only been playing 26
really
minutes.
Weird. Yeah, it's really weird. I mean, if I told you he's getting 30 minutes against the Nets today at 5,600,
I don't think he gets 30 minutes though. In my heart of hearts, this game's a blowout. If I'm being real here, it seems like they should be suppressing them. I know what was this total? 219. That feels too high to me. I don't know. I just think maybe on the Nets side, on the Celtics side, they put it up. I would say that I don't want to overdoubt Dinwiddie and Russell. Dinwiddie could certainly be an X factor here and help keep this team afloat in this game. But man, I just think Celtics.
Russell has a good game. He gives you 41 fantasy points at 7,300. That's great. But I mean, if you fade that, you're still okay.
Yeah. It's not a must-have, but
and these Boston guys are kind of priced for when Irving was out. You know what I mean? The Roziers of the world, the Gordon Haywards of the world. Tatum is relatively the same price, but I think you could fade these Boston guys and you'll be completely fine.
I think so.
Yeah,
let's go check out the live YouTube chat because you are getting roasted.
Or Carew, whatever y'all want to call him,
man. Open them eyes, Rod. Just the minutes. Napier's been getting an increase in minutes. Yeah, and he should get plenty of minutes today. Well, pick 2 or 3 from Derek White, Gary Harrison, Kyle Anderson. Ooh, I like them all.
Love Kyle Anderson. Play of the day.
But I also like Gary Harris. That's a close one, GC, man. I pray people play Napier. That man can't do nothing. Napier is the play. It's obviously usage on the second unit is massive. Raj gets weird sometimes. Props to thinking outside the box, I guess. Napier's a terrific place to go today.
Gosh, chalk Shabazz Napier against Boston Celtics. They're on a back-to-back. I'm telling you, it's a dangerous spot. If he has 20 fantasy points, it's fine. He's not winning you a tournament, I don't think.
I would agree with that. I mean, I think there is a range of outcomes where he gets 20 and people are happy, but then that's probably not going to.
You're playing him to fit the Hardens, the Anthony Davises of the world, right? You're not playing him to get you 35 fantasy points.
Napier is my lock for low score drop. Napier's not matched with Marcus Smart. He could have some overlap with Marcus Smart. Napier isn't a slow foot sloth. He got some. Yeah, I mean, I like Napier. I just like him, and I will play him. And I love that comment about him being the low score drop guy for FanDuel. Absolutely, I love punting guards and paying up for big. So I think that's an obvious way to do that, and you can write it off if it fails. So absolutely for FanDuel, it's a no brainer. I could understand the thought process here. Are all these Nets value going to hit against the Boston Celtics? Realistically, no. So just diversify them in your lineups or whatever. Be real with yourselves. Like, this is the Boston Celtics at home. This is the Nets missing a lot of people on night 2 of a back-to-back on the road. So there is a realistic chance. I'm still kind of perplexed at the spread and the total. I guess 10 is still given an out for a potential blowout here. And then I've also been wrong when D'Angelo Russell puts up 50, 60 on the Raptors.
The Nets could give Theo Pinson 25 minutes tonight. Okay, I mean, it's still the Nets. Because acting like it's guaranteed, this guy's getting 30 minutes. Your bat's going to get all the usage in the second unit with everyone out. It's the Nets, guys. We've seen what they can do. They're going to play some random guy 20 minutes tonight.
This coming from the man who said Z is Zed.
Zed, baby. Zed all day, every day.
How much does Carew cost on FanDuel? On FanDuel, Carew is $4,300. Any love for Tice? I like Horford, but worried about a blowout. Yeah, Daniel Tice went off. I mean, I feel like he also had a plus with Marcus Morris being out. Again, Horford, I don't expect to have many minutes. They're still easing him back. With Daniel Tice, it would seem like he's game script proof in this spot. Probably gets a shot at 15, 20 minutes and maybe even a little bit more if things got out of control. Like Horford without a minute restriction. If he was off it, I'd be with that. Hey, Antoine couldn't fade DeAndre. Well, I think we all overhyped Tatum. He hasn't been.
He seems like he's regressed this year or just hasn't been able to shine through.
He's been fine. He's going to be an elite role player. There's a lot of archetype comparisons to Kevin Durant. That's ridiculous, but size-wise, I get it. Oh, my God. Shabazz Napier, lock of the night. If he's a bust, I will cut something off.
Okay, you don't want to do that, man. You don't want to do that.
Wow. Somebody screenshot that?
If you do that, you can go hang out with Dwight Howard, bro. You can go hang out with Dwight Howard if you do that.
Screenshot that. We'll tweet that. Oh man, if he dropped 52 on the Bucks, Napier can hoop. Yeah, so the Bucks is kind of like a really good spot though. Super fast-paced matchup, rewards shooters. That's Napier's alley. 52. We're not getting 52 out of Napier. But we're not. I don't think we're getting like 8 or 10 either. So I think he's going to be a fine play. But like I said, I will concede that if he just got 20, the people that played him feel like it was worth it. Like that's what they're looking for 6x. But if you're being real here to win the tournament, you probably need 30. Can he get that? Absolutely. Will the minutes be there without Joe Harris, without Allen Crabbe, without DeMar Carroll? Yeah, I think they should be. And I do think he's game script proof. He should play if the game did get out of control. So he's my favorite net to play. Logistically and dollar for dollar. But I will say this: if this game stays close, Spencer Dinwiddie at 5,800 is probably a reason.
Like 50. Like if he's the guy that could break the slate from this Nets team, it's not Shabazz Napier, it's not Russell, it's not the big, it's Dinwiddie.
27 minutes against Memphis, top defense, 25 DKP. If we can put that 27 to a 34, could we get this to a 30, between a 30 and 40? I think we could. So,
and can we also think this is like personally my least favorite game of the slate? Like this should be where the least amount of fantasy goodness happens in the slate. I know other games, I think there's plenty of ways you can go. There's a lot of love for this game that I was considering crossing off at one point.
Yeah, do knocking their perimeter defense is funny. Very low fantasy points allowed to backcourts. That isn't the Raj way; it's the Canadian way. A bunch of weirdos up there.
What cool ones.
Pick 203. We already went through that. White, Anderson, Gary Harris. That's such a close one. I think the upside is in probably Anderson and Harris, but it's
Kyle Anderson, Gary Harris. I think has a higher 4.
All right, let's move on from this game. Milwaukee Bucks hosting the Utah Jazz. Jazz on or Jazz? Are they? I think they're on night 2. Jazz have played like 4 games already. I think, or this will be their 4th. Let me pull up their schedule here. They played the 1st, the 4th, the 5th already in the new year, and this will be their 3rd game in 3 nights, and it's all on the road. And I kind of mentioned that this morning, and the reason why that's a little bit worrisome is because Milwaukee will run that pace. So you wonder if that fatigue catches up with them here. I wonder if this is a moderating game. I would assume so. You project starting 5 for the Utah Jazz: Ricky Rubio, Donovan Mitchell, Joe Ingles, Derek Favors, and Rudy Gobert. Taking on Eric Bledsoe, Malcolm Brogdon, Chris Middleton, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Brook Lopez. We got a Vegas total of 222.5, and a Bucks favored by 5.5. Man, I tell you what, I might.
That's a close spread right there.
It is. I might take the Bucks here, man. I just think.
I mean, if it's going to stay that close, I gotta love me some Utah Jazz.
Who do you like? I think 56 Rubio. This could be one of those.
Yeah, Ricky Rubio. I mean, past 5 point guards against the Bucks. Want to bring that up, Gun? I feel like that
point guards against the Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take the last couple. Rubio. Fred VanVleet just dropped 43 in 36 minutes. Trae Young 37 in 32 minutes. Prior to that, wasn't that pretty? Reggie Jackson, Dinwiddie, Moutier, all between 20 and 30. But we know what thrives against the Bucks. Somebody that can run that pace, a guy that can hit a couple threes. Yeah, that's really what you want. I just think at that price, I think I wouldn't be shocked if Rubio had a really good fantasy game.
See, I'm thinking Rubio over Dinwiddie all day, every day. They're like the same price. All day. Twice on Sundays.
3 games of 4 nights, all on the road.
3 games of 4 nights, but I mean, I was kind of looking at the Utah schedule and how they've done in 2 and 3, 3 and 4 before that they've had the season. It seems like they haven't suffered. Obviously, they haven't played the Milwaukee Bucks, who are going to run up and down the court a little more. But I mean, these are NBA guys that stay in shape. I think they'll be competitive.
Here's what I'll say to that, just to further support Rubio. Dante Exum sprained his ankle. And he's been playing 15 to 18 minutes, and that could mean more minutes for Ricky Rubio here. So. Could this be a 35-minute spot for Rubio? I think he's a good tournament play. I do.
I think great tournament play.
Anyone else from the Jazz you're digging here?
Yeah, I mean, you want to attack Milwaukee with threes, right? So I think, Donovan Mitchell or Joe Ingles. I mean, one of those guys is going to be jacking up threes this game. I want to say Mitchell was in a bit of a shooting funk to shoot himself out of it.
Yeah, he had a big game the other day. Had like 20.
Yeah, so I mean, Donovan Mitchell, pace-up match, going to lead his team in scoring. Well, can he get you 30 real-life points here? If there's any matchup, I think this is the one that's it, right? So Donovan Mitchell, Joe Ingles, he can shoot up some threes. You definitely don't want to play
the thing with Mitchell is if he got 30 real points, he might still not be a good fantasy place. No.
I hear that. He can just get 30 points, 1 assist, and 2 rebounds. Yeah. But, in this pace-up match, I'm thinking he might fall into a couple rebounds, some steals. So, I mean, I think Donovan Mitchell, 7-4. I'll play him over D'Angelo Russell. They're the same price. I'll play all these Utah Jazz guys over the Nets guys against Boston at similar prices. So, Mitchell, he's going to shoot the 3. I say play some Mitchell. Don't play Rudy Gobert. The Bucks have been good against bigs. Rudy Gobert 7,200 though. They gave him a price drop. And we've seen good bigs do okay against Milwaukee, right?
I can't think of one. Not traditional in the paint bigs. I think Gobert is a mismatch for anything. But the two things we need from Gobert are rebounds and points in the paint, right?
Okay, yeah.
So let's go. I mean, just at a general rebound rates. Let's go look at overall. I guess I don't have overall rebound rates. Do I? Overall rebound. No. All right. So we'll just look at offensive rebound rate. Milwaukee not necessarily up there on the offensive, but defensive. Number 1 defensive rebounding team in the league. Points in the paint allowed. Fewest in the league. So bad matchup on paper for Rudy Gobert. What we need from him to at least get the upside out of him.
I hear that. Okay, yeah. So stay away from the bigs then. Utah, stay away from the bigs. If they're going to stay in this game, I guess it's going to be on the backs of Ricky Rubio, Mitchell, Ingles.
The types of bigs that have done well are like the Blake Griffin types, right? High usage and guys that can shoot the 3. Does Favors get down like that?
I think
a couple threes.
I mean, he had past 5 games at 5,200. He's been gotten there every single night. But this against Giannis. Do you think Jay Crowder plays more in this game?
More than I think he has a chance to play the same amount.
Same amount. I hear that.
I'm digging Rubio though.
I'm thinking Rubio, and I think either Mitchell or Ingles will have a really good game. Like one of those guys will get you, I want to say, 7x their value. Probably not both, but one of those guys. Joe Ingles 4,900. If he gets hot from 3, 3-4 threes, and he can definitely get you there. So I'm going to definitely have a sprinkle of Joe Ingles, just those 3. And on the Milwaukee side, again today everyone's going to play Harden. No one's going to touch Giannis because they're playing the Utah Jazz. Utah Jazz aren't as slow as they were last year. People still have that in their head. But Giannis, I think, is a great term and pivot to Harden. I mean, if this is a 4-quarter game and stays close, Giannis could drop you a 70 bomb, and if Harden gets you a 55-60, you'll have a huge edge on the field because his ownership will be, I want to say, 3-4 times less than Harden's, what I'm thinking. Bledsoe's 5,900, real cheap price. I can't remember the last time this guy was under 6K.
Yeah, that's pretty low.
Yeah, so, I mean, 5,900 for Eric Bledsoe, even though, Rubio's a respectable defender. Probably can't keep up with Bledsoe. 5,900, give me some of that. And other than that, I'm probably not going to play any Middleton today or Malcolm Brogdon. So just some Bledsoe and Giannis as tournament pivots.
Crowder is interesting.
That's what I was saying. I just feel like in this type of game, he can play 30 minutes, get his peripheral steals, blocks, points, just kind of stuff the stat sheet.
Crowder is second on the team in 3-point attempts. The first being Donovan Mitchell. He's averaging 6.6 3-point attempts a game. Jay Crowder taking 6.1. You see that in his game log. 4, 7, 7, 3. We know we like 3-point shooters against them. 28, 39, 2 of his last 3 games. Toronto, a comparable tough defense. 30 real points there. Probably wouldn't expect that day to day, but at least
if he gets 4 or 5 threes today, he'll definitely get you there with the others in peripherals.
Yeah, I might throw him in my back pocket here, man. Yeah. I think 4,300, 25, 30 plus, definitely a reasonable guess here at what he could put up.
Rubio tier 2 play or tier 1? I think, like you said,
I think he's a tier 2 based on the schedule.
Yep.
But like I said, in this type of pace,
the minutes, the pace.
Yeah, up the assist rate here maybe a little bit. He probably won't get him more than 15 real points. If he did, I'd be ecstatic. But I could see the assists and whatnot at that price with Exum's minutes being off the table. I don't think like Raul Neto. I don't think he's going to be like a big factor of minutes. I think
he has 3K. If you want a 3K punt, I was going to say. I mean, if you
no. You do not wake up today on a
play Raul Neto
to play Raul Neto.
Hey, wait. Shabazz Napier dropped 50 on the Bucks. Backup point guard.
Yeah, but that whoa.
I know. I'm saying. I know. I'm not playing to win Raul Neto. I was just trolling there, but
yeah. Let's see what the live chat has here. First thing you don't notice about this game is Rubio's price. I'm digging Rubio, man.
Oh, we love Rubio today.
Kyrie saga will only be perpetuated by his return and a home loss to the Nets. Yikes. Rubio sucks versus Bucks. When Exum is hurt, they will run Rubio and Mitchell to the ground, especially Mitchell. Yeah, I can see plenty of minutes for both of them, especially Mitchell. He's already getting a ton of minutes. Crowder for me, E. Greco, I like that. Rubio did a 3 and 4 nights in December. Game log was good, 42, 48, 31. I mean, yeah, at that price, I'll deal with 30. And if you give me a little bit of a upside opportunity, I'll take that as well. Favors has been playing 3 or 4 more minutes per game lately, scoring very nicely. He has been getting there. He hasn't been going crazy at that price, but he has been getting there. But Dinwiddie be forced into garbage time today with no other guards. They do have, I mean, I think Shabazz Napier would be the cleanup crew. They also have what's that kid's name? Pinson.
He get 20 minutes.
He might be mopping up. But I mean, I would assume that Dinwiddie at least gets his 30 minutes, even if the game did get a little lopsided. It's a good bet they put Crowder in the lineup, but Giannis out there. I can see that. We might even see some Crowder and Favors lines. Maybe put Favors at the 5 and try to spread the floor a little bit. How is DeAndre Jordan not a cash lock today? I do think he's
DeAndre Jordan flop in this spot so many times.
I think he can do the dub, but Korver's a pretty good value play. That's how you beat the Bucks with 3-point shooting. Yeah, I hate value plays that are scoring. I really hate any play that's scoring dependent, but I agree. Korver, if you're playing catch up here and we look at the metrics say 3-point shooting is the best way to beat the Bucks or at least compete with the Bucks. Korver would fill the hole for sure. Jared Dudley, sneaky. Even when Rubio was out, Neto only played 19 minutes. He won't see more than that. Yeah, Neto's not a factor, guys. Stop. If you play Dudley, you deserve whatever happens next. Thibodeau fired. What? Yeah, Thibodeau got fired yesterday. Joseph Regan. Neto will probably see more because of Exum Jordan's money. I would just think. My guess is Rubio gets more minutes ASAP. But if the game does blow out, and I do think that's a realistic range of outcome here. With the Jazz being on this road stretch and missing some of these cats and the Bucks being really good, I do think there is a chance that it blows out, and then who knows what happens. But if it's going to stay competitive, we're going to play on this 5-point spread like Vegas put up. Rubio, man, I'm digging it. I'm digging it more than I should. I really am. Rockets hosting the Denver Nuggets, next game on the docket. This one is a big game. I think this one will decide a lot of successes and failure on tonight's slate. It projects starting 5 for the Nuggets: Jamal Murray, Gary Harris, Juancho Hernan-Gomez, Paul Millsap, and Nikola Jokic, taking on Austin Rivers, James Harden, Daniel House, PJ Tucker, and Clint Capella. Vegas total for this game at 215 with a 1.5-point spread in favor of the Houston Rockets. So super small spread here. A couple of reasons to like this game. Obviously, James Harden without Eric Gordon and Chris Paul is going to have 1,000,000% usage rate, has usually given you a shot at 60 DKP. That last game, he still almost got there at 60, 57. He was trash at halftime, dude. He still.
I mean, he didn't kill you. Like, he didn't get there what you needed, but I mean, he wasn't the reason you had a bad night per se.
Yeah, and prior to that, he had 60 plus in 5 straight games. And in some of these games, I mean, Memphis. I think this is my biggest exhibit A here. Dude had 82 against Memphis.
Don't matter who he's playing.
Yeah, the minutes are ridiculous. The usage is ridiculous. The shot at 32, 35 field goal attempts on top of 20. Like, think about it. They shot the ball 50 times if you include free throws. Like, how insane is that? So the usage is almost like unparalleled ever. So he's always going to play. He's always going to be a play. He's 13K on FanDuel. He's 12K on DraftKings. I think people are looking for ways to crunch him in, and then a lot of people are just looking at that price and say, "Nah, I'm good." And I think we're going to be shocked by Harden's ownership tonight, one way or the other. So we'll keep an eye on that.
60% owned?
I don't think so.
Oh, if you
he was 30% owned on that last slate. It was a much smaller slate.
That's crazy. That's absolutely nuts. Like, I mean, if you fully fade Harden, the way he's been playing right now, the streak he's on.
So this is, but the price going up and his ownership going down like in staggers, right? I think it helps us out, us guys that like to make mass entry lineups or whatever, 20, 50 lineups. We don't have to take bold stands. Like at one point, it was all or nothing, right? If he's going to be 60 to 70% owned, you either black button or you fade. Like it makes no sense to have 10% of a guy that's 70% owned at that price.
Yeah.
But if the field just is weary at that price point, there's other studs on the slate. 20. If the field's at 20, 25%. And peak at 30%, then we can use that number in our mass entry builds and just be fine. We don't have to go overboard. We could even double the field at 60% and still have 40% of lineups without Harden. And I think that's a healthy medium. So I am very intrigued to see where some of these ownership projections have James Harden at this price. On the flip side, Denver Nuggets are getting healthy. They're still without Will Barton, but they got their starting core basically back. Milsap, Harris back, and Harris in his last game got his minutes up a little bit. Let me pull him up. Oh, wrong Harris. There's a lot of Harris in the NBA.
30, 35 minutes this game.
26 against Charlotte, 31 against Zach. If this match stays competitive, this game stays competitive. At 5K, could definitely see 30 minutes for him. Probably use him a lot to be on James Harden, LOL. But there's a couple of Nuggets that are questionable. I also are questionable in terms of price and consistency. I brought it up on the first look this morning. Pace-wise, bro, this is one of the slowest games we're going to see all year. The Denver Nuggets are the fourth slowest paced team in the NBA, and the Rockets are third lowest.
When the Nuggets are fully healthy, they're one of the better defensive teams too.
Yeah, absolutely. Their defensive efficiency is at 105.3, but before Milsap and Gary Harris went down, they were top 4, top 5 defense as well. So this game might not be what people think it will be, expectation-wise. Like it's not going to be some crazy shootout, at least I think. But yeah, lots of game theory here. So you at James Harden, 12K. Where are you? It sounds like you're going to be on.
I'm going to have him right now. I have him in 20 lines. I'm going to have him in 14 lines. So, yeah, I mean, like around 70%. I might bump it up to 16 lines, but yeah, I think 70 to 80% Harden. Definitely the way to go today. But you guys know that. Play Harden. Who I love is also Clint Capella. This guy's on a run with Harden, just getting overlooked because of what Harden's doing. But, I mean, past 2 games, 20 rebounds. Hit a couple of dubs before that. Before that, 49 fantasy points, 53, 54. Past 2 games, 47, 63. This guy's been balling out. He had the quietest 29 and 21 game in the history of basketball against Golden State when Harden did his thing. So, I mean, playing Clint Capella, going to have to play the minutes against Jokic. Last game against Denver, he put up 39 fantasy points. That was with Chris Paul. He's 7,500. I think a 50 ball is definitely within reason. I probably expect him to have 50. He could have a floor of 40 here. So, I mean, I love Clint Capella. And, I mean, on Denver's side, you brought up Gary Harris. This guy's going to be 6K real soon when he's kind of fully back in the starting lineup. It's going to be first game back in the starting lineup. Should get 35 minutes today at 5K. Play Gary Harris. You'll never see him at this price again this year. And one more guy on Denver. Is it Paul Millsap 5,400?
Yes, he is, and I think at 50, I talked about him. I do like him in tournaments on DraftKings. He's already showed us that at 5,400, he can be a great tournament play. He was against the Knicks, dropped 37. I do like Forbes against the Rockets right now in his return, or he dropped 34 against the Knicks, 37 against the Hornets. So he's absolutely crushed it in limited minutes, taking double-digit shots. So I do like Millsap in this matchup for tournaments, at least on DraftKings. If you guys follow me on Twitter, I just tweeted out a poll because I'm genuinely curious. Twitter.com/GundaggerSports. Are you guys playing James Harden today? Yes, usage too high. No, not at that price. So let's talk about that price. 12K, 13K on FanDuel. Raj, what is the least you would take from him? Being honest with ourselves, if he
today least I want from it is I'd say 65, the least.
Okay, and I think that's fine. If he got you 57,
He's hurting me.
if he got you 65 at 12K.
Oh, 65, 12K, he's good. I thought you said 55.
No, I was saying 55, but if he got you 65 at 12K today,
I'm okay with that.
You are?
Yeah, I mean, as long as Giannis or Anthony Davis doesn't go for 80, if they all get you in the 60s, you could live with that. You can win in other spots. Because he's 12K, Giannis is 11.4, and Anthony Davis is 11.6. So if they all get you in the 60s, if one gets you 61, the other gets you 67, the other gets you 58, that's fine. They're all relatively within the same range. But you have to get, if one goes for 80, you're going to obviously need that guy.
Yeah, 80 is what you want, right?
Yeah, 80 is what you want, yeah.
Is 60 for sure? Is 60, we'll even give him 65. Is that for sure in the winning lineup?
65 in the winning lineup?
Because I think, especially we talk about how people are playing James Harden on DraftKings, the volatile, chalky punts.
Yeah. I mean,
65 definitely. I'm not talking about what's around him, though. If he has 65 at 12K, is he for sure in the number one winning lineup tonight?
No, not for sure. No.
All right. I mean, he could be. All right, but
he still could be. I think it's for sure. You can have a bunch of AK guys just go off too.
On the Nugget side of things,
Capella? You know what? What's your Capella take?
I like Capella on DraftKings on FanDuel. I don't think I'm gonna get crazy there.
What's his price on?
It's 9K on FanDuel.
Oh, okay, don't pay 9K, but 7,500 DraftKings app. Play the discount on DraftKings.
Yeah, in spots where I doubted him, he's proved me wrong. I'm not gonna go crazy with this Golden State game. They did go to extra innings there, but 40 plus DKP seems reasonable. We saw Bismack Biyombo was able to have a decent fantasy game, so I do think Capella can get you 40 plus realistically. A good he could. It's not my favorite matchup. It's not a great spot by any sense of the imagination. So I do think 40 is there. I don't think 40 is something that you're gonna.
Denver's been in some high scoring games too. Let's look at their past 4 games: 123, 110, 117, 113, 115, 108, 122, 118.
So let's see, Hornets.
They've been in some games.
The Kings is a super fast pace.
Yeah.
Nuggets was at home for the Hornets game. The Knicks game, 115 to 108 in 2019 to me is
not that high. I fair.
Yeah. Nuggets on the road at the Suns. That was
They've been in high scoring games. I just feel like.
Nikola Jokic 10K on the road.
Oh man, it's so hard playing him today. I mean, his ceiling is obviously there. This guy can go for 70 and 3/4. It's just past few games. His floor is still literally 30 fantasy points. He still has a floor of 30 fantasy points, guys, and he's 10K. Yes, his upside's tremendous, incredibly skilled guy. I mean, at 10K, I just can't play him in today's slate. If you want to play him, go ahead.
I mean, if you'll take 60 from James Harden at 12K,
yeah,
Nikola Jokic can give you 60.
He could.
Or 55 at least. They'll chop it down. And he's got 50 plus in 4 straight, 2 of them on the road.
Yeah.
So if you'll take 60 from a 12K guy, take 50, 10 less points for $2,000 less. What I will say, and I always bring it up, road splits, he's significantly scores fewer on the road than at home. 51.8 DKP at home, 42 on the road. But lately, even though those road now Sacramento's super fast-paced game, I don't think that this is going to bring that out of him. And Phoenix got a little crazy. I'm indifferent here.
Gary Harris is back in the starting lineup.
I mean, they play. He was last game too, though.
No, didn't Gary Harris come off the bench last game?
Yeah, but there was still plenty of overlap.
They're still pretty good. Yeah, okay. I mean, I hear you. It's just there's another center that we call Buchke and Bucci Gang.
Yeah.
Sacramento at 95. It's just hard to play Jokic at 10K today. I get it though. I get it. The guy can get you 70.
So 12K Harden.
Yep.
Easy.
Because the upside is just enormous.
Jokic.
It is. I definitely don't play off Jokic. It's just his floor is so low. Harden's floor is what?
His floor is low.
His upside is like 90. Okay. Jokic's floor is literally 30. His upside's like 70.
He's okay.
That's what it is. His floor can just be so bad if I don't know if Milsap gets hot. Gary Harris. So many guys. Jamal Murray.
All right, if you guys say so. On the Nuggets side, I also have 5K Gary Harris. I do like that price in this matchup. I do think 30 plus DKP is a reasonable range of outcome. Could also just get you 20-25. So I'm going to have enough of them. I got to meditate on whether he's going to be a tier 1, tier 2 at that price. Jamal Murray also at 6,800. Austin Rivers, 4,700. I feel like I have to at least mention him and PJ Tucker. If for nothing else, then they're playing a bufu amount of minutes, right?
They're literally standing there next to Harden, waiting for a pass to shoot an open three.
Yeah. PJ Tucker, 3,800. I like Milsap, though. I do like Milsap. Let's check out the live YouTube chat on this one. You guys have been going off on this game. Like I said, I think this is the game. This is the key to the slate, getting this one right, right? What up, Brian Anderson? What up, Giovanni? Harris over Milsap. I don't like playing anyone versus Houston, so I'll fade that side. Okay. I think pace matters more than when you're game stacking. I'm just taking 1 or 2 max from here. I'm with that, Ricky. You can't just fade Harden without CP3 and Gordon. He and Capella basically the whole offense. I agree with that. I do. But if he just got 60, because like I said, when you play James Harden tonight, it's not necessarily that you're trying to get James Harden right, but you have to get a couple punts right too to make it work. So it's kind of you're playing 3 guys, all right? So all 3 guys got to hit. I only like Milsap off the bench. I'll pass. He's fine though. I don't mind Milsap here. For FanDuel, I'm fine with Vonleh or Tatum. I love Noah Vonleh again. Faded Harden last week. Won't make that mistake again, says DF. I'm with that too. Like a cash lineup right now, I'd probably put Harden in it without blinking.
No doubt.
But I start, multi-entering tournaments. I start thinking, especially he's 13K on FanDuel, bro.
FanDuel price is definitely
and FanDuel's not going to give me 3-point bonuses, double bonuses. FanDuel's going to nick me a little bit more for turnovers. So FanDuel is a little bit harder to love. But still, you can offset it a lot easier than DraftKings with a low score drop. Like literally play anyone mid price, offset it with Harden, and Harden becomes 9K, whatever. Everyone is cheap on DK. Yep, Nuggets play defense. I'll make one lineup where I fade Harden. Yeah, I would definitely.
Yeah, I want to have Harden in 20% of my lineup.
I would say this, and if you do respond to my tweet right now, we got 31 votes. Shout out to you guys. Right now, 65% of people that have taken the vote this poll so far have said yes, they're playing James Harden. So if you start making some lineups, let me know what you feel. You don't gotta have to post your lineups, but I'll ask you guys. Let me know what you feel better in your stomach, the Harden lineup or the non-Harden lineup, right? Is the balanced lineup without Harden feeling a little higher floory, and vice versa? That's I'm curious to because you're gonna have to put in some names to get Harden, man.
Oh, no doubt.
I think the number one name people are gonna use, I think one of the highest correlation plays tonight, and lineup wise, is probably gonna be Napier Harden.
And Harden, no doubt, it makes sense. And you still have enough money to get some 5K guys after that.
Yeah. Aldridge better than Capella tonight. Yikes, that's a bold one. Capella screams foul trouble. Could definitely get in foul trouble this matchup, but he hasn't really been
foul. I think he's improved on that. I feel like he used to be.
Yeah. No Harden on FanDuel for me. 13K too much. I feel that Jokic ain't that kind of center. I could actually Jokic and Capella bolt with flames on DraftKings. Vooch is the play. We're gonna love some Vooch today. He is on back-to-back. We'll talk about that game coming up soon. Am I crazy? But would you play Carew and Napier as cheap value? I don't think you're crazy. I think that's borderline chalk. Napier is from Boston, so his family's probably in the crowd. Okay, put a little narrative on it. Fastest paced team in the league. Vooch could smash. I agree with that. I was Harden more upside than Jokic. Rod, you tripping? So I would say Harden is
way more upside than Jokic. Pause.
He is more upside. Harden could drop 100. You're probably not getting 100 out of Jokic. Now Jokic could still get you 70, 80.
Yeah, Harden had the highest upside of any guy in the league right now.
I don't disagree.
Maybe in the past couple of years. Like, it's absurd what he's doing.
It's nuts. If he drops 90, you're banking on 80 or 90 for that. You're tripping. They're going to call travel on Harden every time now that Curry did it and got called for it. If I had a 13 on my chest, Steph Curry, keep my name out your mouth. If you had one lineup, you got to take Harden. I mean, that's where risk tolerance. I'm curious where the field's risk tolerance is at. Steven Adams tore up Joker, and like I said, Bismack Biyombo was able to have a really strong fantasy game in that game as well. So Harden and Napier give you 100 tonight. Really, Harden scoring 90? No, I'm kidding.
Hey, 70-30 combo, 80-20.
I can 70-30 would be massive. Like, if those two give you 70-30,
yeah.
I mean, getting 70 from Shabazz Napier is really a lot, but it's possible, right?
80-20, I think, is very likely.
All right, we're just missing. All right. We're real comedians today. All right, let's move on to the next game. Pelicans hosting the Memphis Grizzlies. A little bit of fire and ice. One of the slowest paced teams in basketball against one of the fastest paced teams. Really curious to see how this plays out. Project starting five for the Memphis Grizzlies: Mike Conley, Garrett Temple, Kyle. The Andersons got tickets to the game. How'd they get tickets? Jaren Jackson Jr., Marcus All taking on Alfred Payton, Drew Holiday, Etuan Moore, Julius Randle, and Anthony Davis. So with the Pelicans, we already know what we're looking for, right? Julius Randle, 8,300, has been giving us a strong shot at 40+. AD is AD. I don't feel like AD has had a big-time history against the Memphis Grizzlies. We'll look this up. Anthony Davis, DKP by game log versus Memphis Grizzlies last 10 games. Apparently, I've already looked this up. 55 and it's through 60. So yeah. So like 50 to 60 minutes, whatever. Julius Randle also a beast here. Drew Holiday under 8K could get 40+. Alfred Payton, I mentioned him this morning. I don't know if you played on Saturday. I think
good game.
Saturday. He was like 50% owned, dog.
Ooh.
He was the highest owned player on the slate. Now it made sense. I mean, it was the Cavs. It was cheap, under 6K. The game blew out. It was 30, 40-point laugher, and he only played 24 minutes. Got 21. Yeah. Like at that price point, people feel like he busted, yada, 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 which it wasn't great to have 21, but he also had maybe 10 less minutes than he probably would have if the game was neutral. So it is what it is. 6,100 against the Memphis Grizzlies here today. Probably goes it probably goes under 10%. It was just 40 to 50% that last slate. If I look at the last couple of point guards against Memphis, you guys might be shocked, but it's been one of the best matchups for point guards. We'll start with Derek White, 28 minutes. He got 27 DKP. D'Angelo Russell in 36 minutes dropped 46 DKP. Reggie Jackson in 32 minutes dropped 38.25 DKP. He had 7 rebounds, by the way. Alfred Payton gets some rebounds. There's James Harden, dropped 82. Kyrie dropped 53. So I'm not going to put him in the tiers of Harden and Kyrie, but Reggie Jackson, Derek White, yeah, I'll put Alfred Payton right there. So I don't mind him as one of those Peggy Sue bounce backs to be a strong play. I don't think he's going to break the slate by any stretch at that price point, but he could, right? He could drop 40+.
Yeah.
On the Grizzlies side, I do like an opportunity to give the Grizzlies more pace, more possessions and a faster pace. So you can make those cases for Gasol, Conley. We've seen them against fast-paced teams lately, and we haven't seen a massive boost there. I think the main guy that benefits is Kyle Anderson. He's 5,200.
Lock of the day.
You think so?
I think lock of the day. I triple-double upside in this matchup. Does everything. 5,200, going to get 30, 35 minutes. I mean, last game against this team, he dropped 52. I mean, I think he's a lock at that 5,200, Kyle Anderson. And the best value play under 4K in the slate, JaMychal Green, guys.
Called it on the video.
JaMychal Green. I mean, Jaren Jackson. How long Jaren Jackson will last in this game? 12 minutes, 10 minutes. These guys going to foul AD 3 times within the first 2 minutes. JaMychal Green is going to get the run. I love this spot. JaMychal Green and Kyle Anderson are my 2 locks. I just love them.
I mean, I don't disagree on JaMychal Green. I mentioned this morning, Jaren Jackson Jr. against Randle or AD. Like, you can't hide him. You can run, but you can't hide. And he's in trouble if he continues to keep his foul-prone ways. JaMychal Green at 3,900. Could play 25, 30 minutes here and be a massive play. So I'm with that 100%. Kyle Anderson, warm fuzzies for me are still there. I hate that the term triple-double upside is now attached to his name. Yep. But I
remember I said it earlier in the year. He never had one yet. But now I can say it. It'll be okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't mind him either. The Grizzlies bench, obviously a little shorter with those trades still process, or the trade that went through. Yeah, those two I definitely like. Gasol, Conley, man, you gonna have any of either?
Oh, Mike Conley, I think you definitely need to have some of it. I mean, he should, in theory, lead this team in scoring. High pace of matchup, should take the shots here. So 7,500, definitely there, 40, 45 point upside. What can you bring up Marcus Gasol's history against Pelicans against Pelicans or Anthony Davis?
Got you.
What his history is. I mean, it seems like it should be a good spot for him. Bigs against New Orleans, but I just have a feeling he hasn't been too good against them.
Yeah, nothing crazy outside of the 70 burger in 2016.
Yeah, so I don't know why he struggled a bit against them. I can see he's a bit of a slow-footed big. You know what I mean? He's not really. I could see Randle or Anthony Davis really kind of shutting him down. So no Marc Gasol, but definitely those other guys. So if I'm not going to play any Marc Gasol, I think you have to pivot over to Kyle Anderson, Mike Conley, JaMychal Green. I mean, even Garrett Temple, 3,600. I mean, this is the matchup, right? Shoot a bunch of threes. He gets hot from three, gets 5 threes this game.
Yeah, I mean, so the grit like all year long, and this is why I could see this team being an elite pivot all year long. When I play NBA slates, are the Pelicans playing? Are the Wizards playing? Are the Hawks playing? The Pelicans are playing. Stack against the Pelicans. They're going to run the pace. They're going to give up a lot of points. They're going to allow teams to score. And I think Garrett Temple, as uncomfortable of a click he is, could be a guy that gets you 30 DKPs. Got it against the Lakers, Sacramento. What does Sacramento and the Lakers have in common with the Pelicans? Well, we go to the Team Stats tab and RunDFS.com spreadsheet. Pelicans, 5th fastest team. Lakers, 3rd, and Sacramento, 2nd. So
there it is.
Top 5 teams in pace, man. You pick up the pace here. You pick up the peripherals, and then of course, if that front court's struggling with fouls or whatnot, Garrett Temple could be getting there from outside. So I don't mind him as a punt here. I still play Napier over Temple in a 1v1 though.
No, I'll play Napier over Temple, but I mean, there is a world where Temple outscores Napier, and you're just way ahead of the field.
He got 30 plus minutes against the Pelicans. I certainly see it.
Yeah. What about? Is Justin Holiday playing 20 minutes now for this Memphis Grizzlies team?
I think so. He should be. 27 minutes against Cleveland. 27 minutes in his debut.
Yeah. So I mean.
Oh wait, hold on. That's the wrong Holiday. I'm dumb.
Yeah, Justin Holiday.
Yeah, Justin Holiday. 21 minutes against San Antonio.
Yeah.
Yeah, much different outcome than the Bulls here. But the brother narrative here, Justin versus Drew.
Oh, yeah, the brothers. Actually, Drew Holiday is going to be tougher to play now with Alfred Payton back with his upside. I still think he can get you, your 40. I just don't think he's going to get you those 55s as often with Alfred Payton back.
Yeah, so give me some JaMychal Green, give me some Anderson,
Temple, Mike Conley, but no Marc Gasol because he's struggling.
No Marc Gasol.
I mean, that track record is relatively it's a decent sample size.
All right. On the Pelican side, though, Anthony Davis, man, if you're gonna have Harden, you can't have AD.
But I'm gonna have AD. I think in 1 or 2 lineups because I never fade AD. I don't care about the matchup. Like I said, he gets you an 80 at the most random spots. He literally he got you an 84, then a 47, 82, then a 50. Hey, follow that pattern. Another 80 could happen.
Shut up. That's not.
It's not this thing. I'm telling you. Anthony Davis is just a walking 80 bomb waiting to happen at any given matchup. I never fully fade the guy, so I'm going to have him in 1 or 2 lineups because he's Anthony Davis. Randle, 8,300. I think you can definitely play some of him. Going to get the shots, going to get his rebounds, going to get the minutes. Still, Miro is still out. Last game against Memphis, he dropped 51 fantasy points. 8,300. I think you got to play some Randle.
Yeah, Randle for sure.
Randle definitely in. Other than, I'm not touching Drew. And Alfred Payton, 6,100. I mean, you brought it up. Point guards against the Memphis Grizzlies have been a sneaky good smash spot. So I'll probably have some Alfred Payton.
Look at the live chat. Is Kuzma going to say, I don't have that news yet. Why does nobody like Rubio? I like Rubio.
We all love Rubio.
I think the field will never love Rubio, but I do it. Temple versus Napier, though. I still go Napier, but Temple is fine in my I'm
35.
Kind of excited to make some FanDuel lineups with. I tell you, man, I thought low score drop was dumb at first. I'm loving it now, man. I could take some of these risks, and I do like the spot that Temple is only 37 over there, so I have some fun with that. Napier higher upside. I think that they could both dueling 30s here.
Yeah, Garrett Temple has a history of getting 6, 7, 8 threes in a game in these high-paced matchups. He's dropped 20, 25 real-life points. Not once or twice, but a few times during the year.
Let's move on from this game. Go check out the Mavericks hosting the Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers, night 2 of a back-to-back. Another rough road stretch team here. Project starting 5 for the Lakers. Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, maybe, and Javale McGee taking on Dennis Smith Jr., Wesley Matthews, Luka Doncic, Harrison Barnes, and DeAndre Jordan. I'm going to go pull up the latest news I have on this Lakers situation with Kyle Kuzma. He missed yesterday. I don't have any news about today. I don't know if they did shoot around. No notes about that. He's dealing with a back contusion. That's a big bruise. Evidently, it hurts, and it hurt enough to get him out of 2.5 games so far. If he's out again, you probably expect Josh Hart to be at the 4 again. Actually, yesterday they put Zubac at the 4. So you might expect that to happen again today. If Kuzma's out, Lance Stevenson, still the guy for me to target, 4K. I think Michael Beasley is still intriguing. He's 3,200. If Kuzma was out, again, he got 20 minutes yesterday in essentially a blowout against Minnesota. So again, I would wonder if the game was a little bit more neutral. Does Michael Beasley get 20 minutes, or was that a coincidence, or is he just going to be locked into that opportunity regardless? I think that's yet to be seen. But Lance Stevenson would be the guy for me with no Kuzma. If Kuzma's in at 7,600, I think a lot of people are hesitant to play him. Only missed a couple games, and he would be the freshest legs on this team in what's a rough road stretch. So I do think there's some reason to play him, and I would play him if I knew before lock that he was in. No one else on the Lakers are at a price point that I feel like I have to jam in. 7K Lonzo is just, that ain't it, Chief. Brandon Ingram has been super frustrating the roster. Without Kuzma on the court, without Rondo, without LeBron James, Brandon Ingram has the highest usage. We're talking mid 30%, but that's translated to a good game like twice in the last couple of games. And I think at this price point, it's not something I can't live without. The 48 would be glorious. That was a much faster pace matchup against the Kings.
Basically priced for his upside now.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So I don't think I mess with Ingram today. With that said, I'll probably throw eggs at my face and drop a 70, but we'll see. On the Mavs side, no one's screaming at me that hey, you must play me. I think DeAndre Jordan on DraftKings at 6,100. I think it's a fine play if you just have to look for that 30 bomb. I think 30 is just sitting there waiting to be taken. I think a double-double is a reasonable expectation here, but getting 10-plus real points is not a common range of outcome for DeAndre Jordan. If we're being honest, 8-12, 8-2, and then 12-9. Like there's more games without 10-plus points than there are with in the last 5, and the rebounds should be there though. So 6,100. If you think 30's there for DJ, I'm with it. I probably don't go crazy with that. I haven't been that big on playing Mavs this year. Doncic at 7,700. If you think 40-plus is there, go for it. I think it would DSJ back. I think this team, there's just nobody here that I have to have. So this might be a game that I'm very low on altogether. The Vegas total for this one is 223 with an 8-point spread in favor of the home team Mavericks. Wow. Ooh. Wow. Nothing warm and fuzzy here. What are you thinking?
I mean, so with the Lakers, if Kuzma plays, I might just fade the Lakers because, like I said, they're all priced to where LeBron's been out, a couple of these guys, Kuzma's been out, Ingram just got back, so these guys are kind of priced to where people are out. So now when everyone's healthy, except for LeBron, it's there's a lot of bodies now. They definitely have a decent rotation, so everyone just becomes really hard to play. No Ingram, no Ball. I mean, would you take a punt on Zubac?
Mm-mm.
No, so 3,600. Yeah, so I'm probably not gonna play anyone on the Lakers if Kuzma plays. And on the Dallas side, we've seen this game a couple times, and both times I tried to stack Dallas players. It just hasn't worked out. It just not has worked out. They always kind of get there. They'll get you like your 30 fantasy points, 35. No one smashes it. Excuse me. No one smashes. DeAndre Jordan 6,100, definitely a cheap price. You would think this would be a 20 rebound spot, but the past couple of games against the Lakers, he just hasn't gotten there. So, I mean, I'm still gonna have something because he's 61. 30 is fine.
No. Don't do that.
Don't do what? I'm still gonna have some.
That's not a price point where I feel like I have to have some.
At 61, DeAndre Jordan.
If range of outcome, how many times is he busting out a 40 here?
I'd say
in today's team, the Mavericks, like how many times is DeAndre Jordan?
2 out of 10 times.
If he gets you 30, dude, that's just filler. I don't think. For me, it's not it's not all or nothing. But if I don't think he has upside, I'm not playing him. Like, you're not in the pool.
Yeah, I think there's a better pivot in the next game we'll talk about. I mean, this game, I feel like I should like it more, but like I said, if Kuzma plays, it might be close to a full fade.
I'd play Kuzma.
You'll play Kuzma?
I would.
I get it. I get it. 7,600, cut him off injury. He's basically the leading scorer when he's there. I mean, I get it. And again,
he's 38 minutes. I think he balances this team out. I play Kuzma, and like I said, you look at this schedule right now for the Lakers. I'll pull up Lonzo's game log here since the new year, the 6th to 4th to 2nd. So this is their 4th game since the 2nd, and it's a back-to-back coming from Minnesota where they got smacked up. Who's the freshest legs on the court?
It's Kuzma.
Kuzma. I'm not going to overreact to a back bruise. That's if he played. Again, if he played. He may sit out again. They may just, hey, sit this one out and let's get back to a hotel room or something like that. But if he played, I think he's a fantastic tournament play with 40 to 50 points.
I don't hate that. So maybe some Kuzma, but other than that, you're fading the game?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, yeah.
So. See what the chat has on this one. Tyson Chandler sneaky. Tyson Chandler revenge game. Thoughts on Terrence Ross at 4K. I like a lot from that game. We haven't hit that game yet, but I imagine I'll like him a lot. 6,900 FanDuel for Ingram with small forward hurting. Just worried about the ownership. I think Ingram's burned a lot of people. I don't know if people run back to him. I do know that some of these slates, FanDuel has been really awkward. Yesterday was really awkward on shooting guards. A lot of times it's awkward on small forwards. A lot of times they have like 3 or 4 guys at 8+ K, 9K plus, and then everyone else is 5K, and there's like no middle ground, and then you just end up like eating money or overpaying for a 4 or 5X guy. I haven't really looked at that yet to see if that's the case here today, but if you mean that when it's hurting, then I totally understand where you're coming from. Hopefully that doesn't force me or anyone else into Ingram. I'll just probably look for a pump play there. Boogie practice in full today. KCP should start over Hart. He didn't yesterday. Interesting take on this Lakers and Dallas game. Really? Are we like a contrarian here?
I mean, it is the Lakers. People are going to play Luka Doncic. They're going to think the pace-up match. The guy's, has highlights every day. But I mean, fantasy-wise, he can get you 35 fantasy points today. He's back to being, that really, really good real-life player and a fine DFS player, just not at this price.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next game here. Portland Trailblazers hosting New York Knicks. Project starting 5 for the Knicks. Emmanuel Mudiay, Tim Hardaway Jr., Kevin Knox, Noah Vonleh, and Luke Cornett. Taking on Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, Mo. How could you be so heartless? Al-Farouq Aminu and Yusuf Nurkic, a Vegas total on this one, 221. And, of course, the Knicks, double-digit underdogs. The sky is blue. Water is wet. Or is it? Is water wet? I don't know.
It is. Water is wet, guys.
It can't be wet unless you're I don't know.
We're not doing this. It's wet. End of discussion.
So anyway, double-digit spread here. A couple names that stuck out to me this morning. They're still there. Noah Vonleh, 6,300. I'm a believer, man.
I love meeting Noah Vonleh. He's on my main tournament lineup. It's just revenge game against Portland. He's going to get – last game he got, the minutes came down because they got Enes Kanter a little extra run.
And he got foul trouble like crazy.
Yeah, foul trouble there. I mean, this is against Portland. Play Noah Vonleh. Don't get too cute with it.
I like it. I like Noah Vonleh. I think there's a couple of Knicks I can lean on here. I can still take a couple stabs at Knox. I don't have to force it, though. Vonleh's probably my favorite play altogether. But you could sell me on, a 6,500 Hardaway. Like, if you told me you were playing these guys, I'm not going to argue with you. But I do like the Vonleh spot. Damian Lillard, 9K. He's also, he's right there with Kyrie Irving. If you're so convinced that you should pay up for a point guard today, not named James Harden. Lillard versus Kyrie. Who do you walk away with?
Lillard versus Kyrie. I think I'm gonna go with Lillard just because there's less mouths to feed. New York has been dreadful against point guard. Emmanuel Mudiay can't guard anyone. Damian Lillard.
All right, I think that's where I end up as well. I think both those are 9K point guards and essentially a double-digit spread game. Both of them at home. Yeah, I probably lean Lillard there, but I wouldn't talk you off either one of them. That's Nurkic, 8K on DraftKings. I think he's a guy that gets kind of lost in the shuffle. Has flexed some upside in the last week or so. 49, 40, 82 at this price point. 45 plus is really what I'm looking for, and he hits it a lot more than a lot of people really realize, and he has slate breaking ability. I think that Sacramento game will probably be the greatest game of his career.
Yep.
but 50 plus is definitely in the range of outcomes against the Knicks. He dropped 41.8 against them in 30 minutes last time. So depending on what your game script here, how long you think these starters go, if the Knicks stay in it, like I said, I think the Knicks are scrappy. They stay in it for 2-3 quarters and then it gets out of control because Fizdale's tanking. But I think all the Blazers, you make strong cases here, and you can give me Noah Vonleh back in Portland. Enes Kanter 5,300. Like I said, I think you got the benefit of his the starters getting into foul trouble, and it was just a good matchup. I'm probably not running to play him here at 5,300. But if you wanted to get freaky and play Kanter, I think a double is a reasonable punt here. Though the price isn't really punt worthy.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do with Mudiay? You think the minutes bump with Nicolita?
With Ntilikina out?
Yeah, with Ntilikina out, you're gonna give him an extra 6-7 minutes against Damian Lillard. I don't mind him. I feel like you have to play either Emmanuel Mudiay or Trey Burke. Trey Burke 3,200. Is he another pivot off Napier where you give him an extra? If you give him 23 minutes at 3,200, you know what he could do off the bench.
Yeah, I think I'd be more inclined to play Trey Burke than Mudiay.
I can see that. Yep.
If we can get Burke to 25, 30 minutes at this price, 3,200.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's another pivot from some of the more volatile chalk though. And last game he dropped 27.8 in 25 minutes. So I do like him if we can get him some run here. There was a smooth week, 2 weeks where he was a must, right? So at 3,200, I definitely don't mind that. What was Ntilikina's minute output looking like? 18, 16, 15. So, 15 plus minutes opens up. He got 1 minute against the Lakers before he went down. And how did they respond Burke-wise? Burke got 19 minutes. So not like he went crazy high in minutes. And remember, there was also a stretch where Dotson was out and Trier was out. So all those guys are active. So I don't think he's a lock for 25, 30 minutes per se. I think it's possible. I think he could. But I do think Ntilikina being out is not a massive hole to fill. They have Mudiay, Trey Burke, Tim Hardaway, Courtney Lee, who was also out during that Burke stretch, Damian Dotson, Alonzo Trier. So there's still plenty of mouths to feed that can go any which way. I like the idea of Burke for sure, but I wouldn't bet the farm on it that he would come in and thrive. It's still the Knicks at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's still I'd say large field GBP play, definitely not a cash play.
So the live chat has before we move on to the last game. Water is not wet, bro. It's not wet.
Water's wet. Let my jump shot.
Vonleh. Yes, we got some Vonleh love. 4 and 5 and 4s in his last 3 words about Vonleh. Oh, the fouls. Yeah. He might try to swing on Nurk if Nurk is dominating. Whatever the water lands on then becomes wet, but water itself can't be wet because it's you have to have dry to have wet.
Oh, let's invite a scientist on the pod one time to settle this.
You'll go crazy trying to guess the Knicks rotation. I agree with that.
No
Burke and Napier. Yeah. So I mean, the thought process on Burke is there. Like if he got 25 minutes today or 20 minutes today, you definitely can pay off that price tag. So I like the thought of him. I would just say, remember who was out and who was in for that last Trey Burke crazy run. Courtney Lee was out. Not that he's an impact player.
We had some periods this season where Trier was out, Dotson was out. Now it's just Akina being out. So there's a range of outcome where it's just an average play. But for the late slate, I do think he becomes a really nice play if they have like a showdown for that or something. Imagine Burke and Napier combined for 50. That would be huge. Napier might get some run. Yeah, we all like Napier. Dame, but not the price. Cantor's a lock for me. He's been balling. Cantor's a lock. Okay, all right. Hey, at $5K, he can easily. It doesn't take many minutes for him to pay that off.
That's true. I just think this is a spot where people play Cantor after the last game they played, and I think Noah Vonleh might go under-owned, which shouldn't, but I think he goes under-owned today.
Yeah.
And I'm playing Noah Vonleh over Cantor 9 times out in 9.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I do, for sure. All right, we got one game left to talk about that. Before we do that, we'll take a pause for the cause and plug the RunDFS.com VIP section. I cannot stress enough how big the VIP Discord is. Part of my daily process. These guys are been in there chopping it up, sun up to sundown, and even while the sun's down, getting it in. Guys from all over the world, girls from all over the world, talking DFS, all different bankrolls, all different strategies, all different guys that like cash games, single entries, a bunch of multi-entry guys in there. It's a beautiful conglomerate of DFS pros and AMs. And we invite you to come check it out. Like I said, I can't stress enough how being a part of a community that works together is important in this day and age of DFS. Come to RunDFS.com, get yourself a week pass. In about 30 minutes, I'll be hosting a voice chat, counting down the minutes till lock, hanging out, shooting the breeze, making some lineups, making my player pool, and you guys will actually be able to see my player pool. I tier them in tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. You ain't gotta use them. You ain't gotta run them. But if you're just like, hey, what's Gun doing with this guy? It's there. It's there. And you also get full access to the spreadsheet. It's a great research aid. Have my projections in it, all that good stuff. We'll also have spreadsheets coming up in the next month or so for NASCAR. Baseball's in end of March. It's gonna be a big time, a big year for Run DFS. We've had massive winners in the last couple of weeks. Hopefully, we'll produce some more in the days to come. Invite you to come be part of the fun, be part of the action. RunDFS.com, create an account. Get yourself VIP pass, test out the week pass to see what you can do. Only a couple days left for the year pass. All right, main event tonight. Sacramento Kings hosting the Orlando Magic. Project starting 5 for the Magic. DJ Augustine, Evan Fournier, Jonathan Isaac, Aaron Gordon, Nikola Vucevic up against the Aaron Fox, Bogdanovich, maybe, Buddy Hield, Nemanja Bjelica, Willie Cauley-Stein. I do need to amend the Kings lineup. Iman Shumpert was out last game dealing with a finger injury, and he's actually been ruled out for tonight, so no Shumpert tonight. But Marvin Bagley has been upgraded to probable. Marvin Bagley will be available to play tonight against the Magic. He missed 11 games, so he's back in the on the bench and ready to go for this team. So. Be fun to see how he comes back at 5,600. Man, why did this conditional format happen? Nikola Vucevic, man, it's going to be a very, very popular late night hammer tonight. I got no arguments against it. If we really wanted to just like make an argument, maybe we say, all right, it's a back-to-back, whatever. But this is a massive, massive upside spot for him. 32 minutes against the Clippers yesterday, and what's also a fast-paced game. He dropped 63 DKP, had 30 in the first, had 24 rebounds. It was just insane. 24 rebounds. So he's going to be a super popular play. You guys saw what Nurkic was able to do at 9,500, though. It does need that north side of 50. Like, you need that 50. Yeah. But it's certainly sitting there on him because we love bigs against the Kings. Fast pace equals a lot of rebounding opportunities and whatnot. Now, it has not happened in a while.
Yep.
But I think a massive tournament upside play that you don't need to go crazy on.
Yeah, say my boy. Is
AG double 6,700 on DraftKings. I love this guy in fast-paced matchups. And the Clippers, he didn't get it done there. And it's been a long time since we had an upside spot. So because of that, I don't think his ownership is anything crazy.
I'm with you, Gun.
But if he plays 37 minutes in this type of pace, that's 40 plus all day long, all day strong.
Right now, I got him at 70% of my lineups going. We on the same page. Aaron Gordon, 6,700, huge misprice. Who's going to guard him? Bielitsa and maybe some like Bogdan? I mean, there's absolutely no one who can guard, kind of like the physical, athletic guy that who he is. So, I mean, I think Aaron Gordon, way better play points per dollar than Vucevic, I think. Better matchup.
I don't know about that, but
he has a way better matchup. I mean, Willie Cauley-Stein, not a great player. I think he matches up better against Vucevic than anyone on the Kings can match up against Aaron Gordon.
All right. First of all, centers have been paying child support on the Willie Cauley-Stein. Okay. Let's not build one up and knock the other down. Vucevic is a great player. You guys playing Vucevic? Yes. But I do like the upside in Aaron Gordon. I think it's there. I'm shocked that we're on the same page here. Yeah. Last time against the Kings, he dropped 44.5 DKP. And this is what I've said. We put him in these type of matchups before. It has happened. The Clippers fast-paced matchup, he should have done a whole lot better at 37 minutes. He should have. Hasn't shown a ton of upside. But if we get the north side of 40, yes. It just seems like this is one of those great spots for him to really break a slate and drop 50. So I'm going to have some of them. I don't think I'm going to have 70% because I don't believe I have to have 70% to leverage the field because I don't think he's going to be that crazy owned. People just, kind of sour taste on him. But I do like him a lot. 70% is crazy, though.
20 lines, I right now have him at 7%. I just think like you said, he'd go for 50.
DJ Augustine, 4,600. I like him as well. Couple more possessions in this matchup. Should be a great spot for him to maybe flirt with 30 DKP. Somebody mentioned Terrence Ross in the chat earlier. I think that's a great look. Plenty of value there. He's been a guy that's been super consistent off the bench. 20-28 in this type of pace. More possessions, more opportunities. Terrence Ross could be fine. I will again stress that it is a road back-to-back, and they're far from home. So maybe they get a little dead-legged here. They didn't, they had their way yesterday with let me pull up Boots here. Had their way yesterday from a fantasy perspective, but they still took a loss, 10 points.
Doesn't Booch's minutes really go down in back-to-backs? I feel like he's the guy that takes the biggest hit on back-to-backs.
34-23 on a back-to-back there, but it was a blowout. All right, I'll tell you what, we can do this. Let's go. I think I can search this. Nikola Vucevic.
I feel like Aaron Gordon will play. Definitely a few years younger.
To back-to-back last 10 games. Is this?
Oh, if this works, that'd be golden.
All right. So what was his last back-to-back? Just for science. Was the 31st of December. So is that the last game here? Yep, it works. So it did work. So minutes-wise on his last couple of back-to-backs, 23, 37, 33, 32, 32. So he's still getting 30-plus minutes. 50.8, 57, and 59 are three of his last four.
New York, Golden State, Denver.
Yeah. So I wouldn't overreact to that. Gotcha. On the Kings side, Marvin Bagley kind of makes things a little wonky for that front court, but with Shumpert being out, Bogdanovich at 5,300 on DraftKings. I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that without
no doubt
without Iman Shumpert. 35 minutes against Golden State. This guy's been a shot at 30-35, and I think without Shumpert, those minutes are there. If Bagley was out, I was gonna have some interest in Justin Jackson, who went full fake last slate, 28. Real points, 39 DKP. I think Bagley could mess with that a little bit here, but maybe he also just earned himself a couple more minutes here at 3,800 without Shumpert. Maybe a couple more minutes fall his way. But that Bagley situation does create a trickle effect that makes you wonder. Bielitsa 4,800. I still think he gets his 30 minutes. This matchup's fine, right? You can get 25, 30. Buddy Hield 7,100. Need the north side of 40. Absolutely need it. De'Aaron, you got me calling him De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox, 6,900 on DraftKings. It's one of the cheaper price points we've seen on him in a while.
Bounce back spot?
He's hurt, man. He is hurt.
That's why Buddy Hield's been going off a little more. Bogdan's been going off a little more.
every time I watch a Kings game, and it happens a couple times a game, he gets hit in that shoulder, and then his shoulder just like hangs limp for a while, and you're just like, man, this guy should not be playing right now. He needs some time off. I think they're gonna run him into the ground going into that All-Star break, and it really feels like he could benefit from some time now. But really bad game overall from him last time out. The 6,900, we're looking for the north side of 40. You got against that Lakers in that Lakers game. I think that was an OT game. He can give you 40 plus. I don't say you need it, but you want it at this price point. So I'm a little bit hesitant to fire him up. Willie Cauley-Stein at 5,700, right around DeAndre Jordan there. If him and DeAndre Jordan are the same price, who do you play?
Willie Cauley-Stein and DeAndre Jordan. Oh, this matchup. I'm going to play DeAndre.
I think I always go Willie because he has more scoring potential than.
Yeah, I feel right now I'm still thinking, name recognition wise, DeAndre Jordan is, I still think, a better talent than Willie Cauley-Stein. Okay, let's not disrespect DeAndre Jordan. This guy's still a all defensive team, elite rebounder, block shots. I mean, offensively, Willie Cauley-Stein is probably a little better.
For fantasy, Anyway, that's our main event here. Let's see what the chat has on this game. Let's see what you guys are rolling with. NASCAR baby is coming back. Effective Bagley playing messes with that front court for sure. House and Aaron Gordon or Gary Harrison and Minu. I think the second one has a higher floor. First one for tournaments. Cantor's going to have to play this game. Steal of the slate. You think he's still a slave, Mike? I mean, I'm a Cantor guy. I like playing Cantor. Shout out to Cantor, but I think.
What about Noah Vonleh versus Clint Capella? That's what I was thinking. Even though Vonleh is 1,000 cheaper.
I was gonna say they're not really.
Yeah, they're 1,000 cheaper.
Not really the same position. Not really the same price.
Points per dollar center.
I mean, I like Vonleh, but I don't think that's a 1v1 worth trying. That's not a Cauley-Stein versus DeAndre.
I hear you. Okay, I hear you.
I play Bielisa on Draft app. I still think Bielisa gets his 30 minutes. Aaron Gordon is from this area. Oh, yeah. Kings coach is going to bench everyone 10 minutes in again. Nah, fam. Nobody gives up points to the paint like the Kings. I think I'm rolling Gordon, though, for much cheaper. Yeah, I love Gordon in matchups where you can run the pace, get the fast break points, dunks. Points in the paint are great, and he can shoot from outside, so I like him a lot, too. You can even stack the Magic for sure. Magic chose Gordon over him. Not a better matchup. Oh, Tobias told Aaron last game because he hates him. Yikes. They both have a great matchup. No trust Gordon, though. Bagley's coming back tonight. Yep. Happy New Year, Scott. Yo, you too, 22J Bar. Love the first morning look. Appreciate that, man. No DJ Augustine or Fox.
Well, I said Fox is hurt.
I'm going to play some Augustine, dude. He's going to be in my pool on DraftKings at least, 46. I don't know if he makes me 5K, but at 46, I'm going to have some. Look how Aaron scores his points a ton at the rim. The Kings are terrible at protecting the rim. I agree with that. Get this guy off the podcast gun.
Time out. They said why?
I don't know, because again, guys, I need the crazy take guy.
Well, nothing even crazy today. I said I'm gonna have Aaron Gordon. I love Kyle Anderson. I love JaMychal Green. Love. These are all solid plays. Build your bank account. I know that guy's probably depositing every week. That's what you're depositing every week, bro.
No, I gotta have the color. I call it color. You gotta have some color on these pods. There's too many pods out there that are just boring, monotonous, white fathers.
Man, we need some barbecue sauce out here. We bring the barbecue sauce.
Yeah. Gun needs lesson on season-long NFL. Oh, this guy. Why is quality so bad? You gotta set the quality to 720. I mean, I did great in my season longs. I didn't win my $100 league, and this guy did, but I also got pretty unlucky with some late injuries. Justin Holiday getting 40 points tonight. Great to take. I'm with that. All right, let's see what that poll went to. 57 votes now, 60% on yes on Harden, 40% on no.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that ends up. Anyway,
50%, huge mistake by the field, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, another thing I want you guys to know was it Saturday? On Saturday, I tested out. I told you guys I was coming up with new concepts to grow the community. I did a live sweat test stream on my twitch.tv/gundecker99. Had anywhere from 10 to 20 cats hanging out. We were looking at live scores. I thought it was kind of a bad idea, not a bad idea, but it was kind of a bad time slot, playoff football, yada yada yada. I'm gonna probably try and do that again this week. I'll try and announce this. So if you guys are looking to hang out during a slate, and could just kind of sweat lineups and talk about stuff that's happening, look out for announcements on my Twitter, because I'm thinking that might be a Twitch concept, because I can get away with a little bit more on Twitch than I can on FanDuel or on YouTube. So look out for that. If you guys don't have a Twitch account yet, go make one and go follow my account, twitch.tv/gundecker99. Ignore the Fortnite videos, because there's some of those every day. Anyway, that's our slate today. In about 15 minutes, I'm going to be in the RunDFS.com VIP Discord in voice chat, hosting a voice chat. You guys are free. Feel free to come listen in and grab a mic, join the conversation, make some player pools, make some lineups tonight, hopefully make some money. And yeah, that's going to be it, man. I will be back hopefully tomorrow. Let me look at the schedule. I think we have a decent slate of games this whole week. I think Thursday was a 4-game slate, but every other slate was a decent size. So it shouldn't be one of those weeks. Tomorrow's a 2, 4, 6, 8-game slate with the Wizards, Sixers, Pacers, Cavs, Nuggets, Heat, Hawks at Raptors, Wolves, Thunder, Kings, Suns, Knicks, Warriors, and Hornets, Clippers. So a lot of interesting games. I think we'll have some fun with that. So should be back tomorrow. Same Warrior time, same Warrior channel. White Fathers. Yeah. I'm playing all your boys' picks that he loves, so I better win this tournament.
Yeah, buddy.
Kyle Anderson seems to good in Pesos, but I agree with that. Fortnite unsubbed. Oh, man. Bagley's in. He is in. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. If you got anything else for me, twitter.com/GundeckerSports. That's how you connect with me. If you want to shoot hate mail at Raj, twitter.com/showstopper_15. See you guys tomorrow. Look for another first look video in the morning. And then, of course, the live stream at the normal time. Love each and every one of you. We'll see you later. Good luck. God bless. Go win some money.